Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the Ottoman Empire. So let's go ahead and jump into today's episode where we'll be attacking the British here in probably about maybe almost 2 months. Towards the end of August I think is when we should be done getting the infrastructure built here. We might want to move some of these troops out of here, guys, if the attrition continues, which I think it still is here. It's hard to say because we just hopped into the game. But before we do anything, let's go ahead and spend some of this army experience. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and make the light tank division into a 40-width division design. Now, I am hesitant to turn our division designs into 40 widths because we're going into Africa where supply is going to be very, very short. Supply is going to be a massive issue. Africa is one of the worst places to fight. I typically try and avoid fighting in Africa. Here in South America, the attrition is just so devastating. The terrain is rough, and it's just not worth it. At least in South America, you'll get a few things. You know, there's some rubber here, and rubber can be kind of hard to get. Argentina has some resources. There are some resources here. Africa, though, is largely absent of most resources. You don't find a lot here. There's really nothing throughout most of Africa. A little bit of rubber there. There's some more down here somewhere. Yeah, so you'll see there's a little bit. But we looked at multiple states and all of them combined weren't as much as that one state in South America. I mean, you get some chromium. Very few people are short on chromium, though. The South Africa does have some resources. They have that little bit of steel right there. Also, lots of chromium overall in Africa, but very few countries are lacking chromium, so it's just nothing really here. There's no factories, there's no resources, and it's a horrible place to fight, so I typically avoid it. But I think as the Ottoman Empire, in our last Ottoman campaign, which we played with the Great War mod, that World War I mod, we also focused on Africa, and it just makes sense, I feel, for the Ottoman Empire to be expanding this way and then into Saudi Arabia. So we are going to go there, something I don't typically do, but that does mean we have to fight a little bit different. So we probably don't want too many 40-width division designs there, but we will do our light tanks because we don't have very many of those. And frankly, we need something to kind of push through the British lines once they build a line against us, which I do expect we'll see a lot more troops here later, because the AI always throws way too many divisions into the African theater. Just often it results in the AI just taking massive casualties from attrition because they focus so much on Africa. But we are going to do this with the light tanks because I feel like we have the manpower, and the problem right now is our divisions are just not very good. They did not impress me in that last war. And so yeah, we're going to try and make these guys a little bit better. I turn them into the 40 widths. Now, they're obviously going to be lacking a lot of equipment. And let's go with, I almost want to go with another motorized here. Could do another tank. Let me just see how bad that's really not that bad. We could have like a low organization unit here that just really focuses on, slightly better attack. I think that is what we're going to do, guys. Yeah, the organization isn't that bad. It could be worse. So yeah, let's go ahead and design it like this. And much better stats over here. We already have the logistic companies for them. Yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and save it. They're going to be 50% hardness exactly, but that'll likely change once we get that one motorized tech, which we need to prioritize getting. So yeah, let's go ahead and save this. And we're going to want to get rid of this unit since we're going to need as much equipment as possible, because our units are going to be lacking quite a bit, guys. Quite a bit. In fact, what we might go ahead and do is take all the tank units and then put them into like a separate army and just kind of move them out of the supply zone, because it looks like we are still taking some attrition here. And then let them go train up somewhere else, like over here. Which supply zone? This is this one, so they could move up into this one as well. I suppose that will work. Yeah, let's go ahead and move them all over to here for now. And we'll let them train up over there. Because they're going to lose a lot of their experience. Alright, so we did get the advanced anti-air. That means we are done here since we probably won't get rocket artillery. We do have the research bonuses here, so we need to get these. But you know what, before we get these, it's 149 days. I think we can get this one quicker. Yeah, so let's go and get this. This would be incredibly helpful. This is one you want to get even if you're not going to plan to use mechanized, because you notice that it'll increase the hardness for all of your motorized units by 100%. So that's pretty big. That's going to help those tanks out quite a bit. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And ignore the call to arms for just a little bit longer. We do need to get the new anti-air building. Again, I'm thinking like late August, because late July is when this line is built, and so that would allow them to get maybe another whole 2 lines built, another 2 you know, levels, I should say, for the infrastructure. Still taking attrition here, guys. Again, though, I don't think we can really reduce the numbers here enough to not take attrition, because there's just so many German and I guess it's mostly German, but there are some Austrian and Italian divisions. And you pull out these tanks here, it's gonna make a little bit of impact, but not much. Let's have these guys take the railroads. Let's get them out of there. They're gonna need all that equipment and manpower, so you can tell their experience will drop. But you can see we're still taking very high attrition here, guys, despite having reduced the divisions down to 16. That just isn't enough. It just kind of sucks that, you know, that the Germans just want to pump so many divisions on all of our fronts. I wish there was some way to like have better control over, you know, where the AI sends their troops when it's your territory. But you know, we are getting a new supply system upcoming in the next patch, so maybe this won't be as big of an issue. Who knows? It's a possibility. Let me just take a look at our equipment on the plains and see if we want to change that up at all. We could also move the planes out of this zone to help increase the supply. And it looks like we do have a little bit more space. These guys do need to finish training, by the way. I think they briefly stopped training. But yeah, we could increase like the numbers. We already did that for the fighters here. I guess those are all old fighters. I would like a fighter wing over here. So let's go ahead and get 100 fighters. Looks like these guys need to be set to train again. And let's just put these ones in here and then let them fill themselves out. So they'll get the best ones. Alright, set up both of those air wings to train. And same with these guys here, they could do a little bit more training. In fact, we might want to move that fighter over here. He might be able to cover from there a little bit better. Or we could go here. Yeah, we'll go right there. Trying to have the best efficiency here, because I'm going to want some fighter support over here, because we're going to rely pretty heavily on our naval bombers in the fight against the British Navy. Alright, so we're still staying out of it for now, I think. Let me just double check. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, so we built it up over here, so now it's just getting this done here. You got to get that up to level 4. The supply is going to be an issue until we do. And in fact, the attrition is even higher than it was before. Even though we moved tanks out, we improved the you know, the supply coming through here, and it's still not good enough, because I think the Germans are putting more divisions on this front. It's unfortunate, and they're doing that rather than coming over here to the Italian front, where you'll see hardly any German divisions. Like, what is going on? Again, we just talked about this, the AI and their prioritization of Africa. I know this isn't Africa, but this is the Middle East here, but these divisions would go into Africa after they finished up in Palestine and Jordan. We did get that knocked out, so let's go ahead and get the last 2 land doctrines started. But yeah, they just prioritize this area here, so they're just pumping divisions down here where you got too many divisions as it is, and they're taking attrition, rather than invade into Italy. Like, is there a single German division over here? I'm not seeing any. There's 3 over here in Munich, but they're not on the front. Not a single German division to help out in Italy. Instead, they're all over here. It's ridiculous. Look how many, the number of divisions here. God, that's just, the AI. It's just so garbage, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna get this, guys. This is gonna get us to the disorganized armed forces. But yeah, I don't think supply is not gonna be good enough here. I mean, supply is a serious issue. It's even worse than before, even though I built the infrastructure up. We could push into their territory anyways. Again, we do still have a little bit more that we can build here, but I think we already have a level 5 going all the way through here. So I imagine the supply is still going around. Interesting, because it's coming through here, which has the low. That doesn't really make any sense to me why it's going all the way around there. That's actually kind of silly. Maybe because it's considering this area here. I don't know if we need to build that up, but if it's coming through here, might as well build that. I'm just trying to like fix this situation, guys. I don't think that we'll be able to do enough though with the infrastructure. Could get it up even higher level, I suppose. Start working on, maybe we do need to do that. Start going up to level 6. Problem is, then you have it all the way backed up here though, because this is not level 6, so that's something you have to work on. Yeah, I just don't know if that'd work. Let's go and work on training those. We're now in September, and we still haven't declared war. And the supply is actually worse than it was before. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You might just have to go to war with low organization. I mean, it's not like we won't be able to push forward. We have plenty of troops over on that front. So we can still push forward. It's just unfortunate. It's not the way I'd like to do it. But if that's the only choice, is attacking as it is, then what else are you going to do? We could get the logistic companies. That would help. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and improve the logistic companies. We will accept that. Because again, we're not planning on annexing the Australians. Probably keep them as a puppet. Let me just take a look at the infrastructure situation, guys. We're still getting this one up. That'll be done here very soon, but I don't think that's going to fix the supply situation very much. Yeah, I'm still wondering why they're coming through here, because that's a level 4. Maybe that'll change down. Let me just take a look and see if this supply, it's still going all the way around. So we're still going through a level 4, as well as like these are all level 4 too. So yeah, I mean, it's not a huge difference between levels. Like level 5 is not that much more than level 4, but it's kind of strange that they're going through the level 4s. The only thing I can think of is that this is considered part of that supply route. This one state here, something that's new that they changed in the last patch, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I think that they turned this into a state. And so if it is going through here, then that level 2 would be what is causing the issue. We did get the military factory that we need to get assigned here. Let me just take a look. I assume we need tanks. Yeah, tanks are definitely the issue now. So let's go and really just pump into the tanks. Go up to 5 times here and 15 factories there, and then get up to 8 on the light self-propelled artillery. That should be good. Remember, we're holding up a little power, though we probably have more than we need at this point. But holding it for the war with the British, and I think we might just end up going to war here, guys, in October, because I don't think I'm going to be able to improve the supply situation. We got this up here to level 3. We can see if supply starts going through there. But I think they'd still consider the level 4 is better if that's what the issue is. You might just have to roll with it. At least we have this. Let's make our mountain troops even better. Over here, they'll be able to acclimate to the hot weather quicker. And of course, they'll also have the supply grace if they happen to get cut off. They can train them quicker too, even though we're not really training anybody. And I guess we want to go ahead and get these mountain infantry 3. Increase their organization a bit. Really make them our best fighting force. Yeah, 20% attrition, guys. Just soaking it up. You'd assume we'd start taking some experience losses as well. Well, we decrypted the cipher for Britain, so we get that passive bonus. So I guess that was one advantage of waiting here. I didn't think about that. So the next one we'd want to decrypt is probably Mexico. Could become the Spy Master, I suppose. Since we know we have that political power. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's become the Spy Master. We got to ask them, which they will, agree to that. Let me just take a look at who's all in the faction with them. Maybe South Africa. By the time we get down there, might actually have it done. Get a little bonus against them. We're more likely to fight against them than the Mexicans. So yeah, we'll work on South Africa. And then we'll do Mexico next. I'm hoping it'll be quicker. Yeah, 110 days since they're a minor power, so they haven't had the ability to get all those upgrades. And yeah, I think we're just going to declare war here, guys. I mean, you get this in the 17th of October, so you could wait to see if supply changes up. Again, though, I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, we're using too much supply. There's no fixing that, so I don't think it matters. It's just too much supply because the Germans have so many divisions here. I mean, look at this. This is a stupid number of divisions sitting on this front. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Could wait until, well, these guys are done training here. Not entirely sure we would put them just yet. We'll just leave them there for now. And with the Red Army troops, which we do have these tanks here still training. But yeah, they wouldn't have any tanks unless we sent these 4 over there now. Suppose you could let them finish up. And they did agree to us becoming the Spy Master, so we'll be able to get another operative. And the Russians want to send us on lease. We don't want to annex them, but we're not going to accept that again because we're trading so many research for them. I think we'll have some problems with that. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's best to wait, but I kind of feel like we're just hurting ourselves here, though. So let's just go ahead and send the tanks over here. I know they don't have all their equipment. At 73% strength. That's okay. Let's just get them over there in the front. Exhaust the supply even more. It's because it's not our fault. It's their fault. But they don't even want to come in here because of this. So yeah, we have to force their movement down here. Let's go to bring them here, and you know what, we're probably just gonna have the whole unit come over here. Actually, when they get down here, they'll probably spread out, but we'll just declare war once they're down here, unless they like go on the railroads and lose all their organization. Yeah, you can see that we're just exhausted because of the supply here. Yeah, we have like no organization, so even attacking these few divisions could be incredibly difficult. It's just really frustrating. Because you just have no control over what the AI does. Let's take a look if that theory was correct. It did not move over here. Now that that's level 4. I'm wondering if once it gets to level 5 and it's actually higher than this area here, if then it will switch. I'm just really curious if this right here is causing the problem. It's not really important, but I'm curious about it. Yeah, I don't think this is going to get any better, guys. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into the war. We want to join their war, ask the Germans to join. Because, yeah, it's not going to get any better. And so, gotta wait for them to accept it. Let's go and turn this down a notch. And they're getting all those infantry trained up as well. But down here, it's not a matter of needing more troops. We will not take their equipment, since we'd like to annex them. As the Germans haven't accepted yet. Well, we'll go ahead and accept the Austrians' request. So that'll bring us into war with the British. So let's go ahead and get this started. Maybe I should have sent more troops down here, but it looks like we have a bunch of help from our allies. And why can I not? Oh, we have to pull in all of our puppets, of course. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and call in everybody. All of our subject states. And then let's invade into Kuwait. I don't know if that'll be successful. We'll take a look at it in a second. Let's go ahead and push forward here now. No, not like that though. Yeah, you can see that we're still having issues because we just aren't strong enough. We will have to send all of them across the river. That's unfortunate. We're going to try and cut off all these guys here and just destroy them. And here we're unsuccessful too because, again, supply issues. Because the Germans and the Italians and the Austrians, they just keep pumping troops to all of our areas so that you can't win battles you should be able to win. And again, I know that they're redoing the supply state. Look, we can't even win here. I probably should have just waited because there's nothing to do here. Because the supply is so freaking bad. Because we don't have any organization. Oh man, guys, I'm gonna tell you what. This fucking game, it is frustrating for me. I've been finding, and you probably noticed that in this campaign, that it feels like the same issues that have existed. Again, supply is getting fixed, finally. But I mean, for 5 years. This game's been out for 5 years, guys. This was conquered thanks to somebody else. Somebody else helped us with that. I don't know if they'll allow me to get control of that because we have to have control in order to do that one decision. So that's one negative here, but it looks like they will accept it. And we'll bring more troops over here to further exhaust the supply. And they refused. Are you fucking serious? Yep, they refused. We don't really have much war participation in this war though. So maybe we'll be able to step that up some. If we can just get some wins. But yeah, I don't really know how to win here if with this organization so low. That might be the key there. Once we get past this first unit here in his defense, I don't want control of your units. We'll be able to, I don't know if we'll be able to do that just because we can't get, Okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's just put all of our units in these two provinces. I mean, no matter what, they're not going to have any less supply going over there. It's all the same supply zone. We can't get that new operative. So let's see who all we got. So we got a British guy. He's also a Russian nationality. He's an infiltrator and a double agent. He's been turned from the enemy into our service. Got a German, a Russian, Hungarian. Yeah, I think Kim Philby is the clear choice here. We should probably take a look at what our operative's doing. I know that he's working on the resistance there, and maybe that is the best thing to work on, but let's just take a look. It's actually pretty low down there. You do have resistance issues elsewhere. Yeah, it's not that bad down here. You're looking at 15%, but he of course is impacting that. Compliance is pretty high over there though. So what we might want to do is do it somewhere up in this region here where we're sitting at very high percentages. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys. Now we could also work against the British, and I think we will have Kim Philby work against the British. That's why we got him. So we're going to want him to do the build intel network. and get intel against the British. We'll do that in London. While these two here will be focusing, and him being Russian might help as well. But they'll be focused on rooting out resistance. So we'll have him go to Stalingrad, where it's kind of high there. You see it's 0% here now, so he doesn't really need to be there any longer. 30% in that newly conquered territory. But I think it's probably worse here, though it is going down across all these areas. Yeah, let's go ahead and put him over here. Get him in Kiev. Let's try and reduce the amount of troops we have to use for garrison, though frankly we're only using 2.3 of our own troops. Yeah, just can't win here. And just keep on trying attacking, but you know, that's what we're doing. We're waiting until we get the rest of the troops over here. Just send everything we got in the Red Army over there. And yes, that's right, I did forget about the planes too. So they're over here, might as well use them, right? It does look like they actually outnumber us here, surprisingly. So yeah, it's good that we're finally getting these planes involved. Should have already had them involved. Was he training or something? Where's the fighters? Okay, I'm not sure what he's doing. Can he not reach here? Let's just move them both over to here. And then we'll go ahead and take these two and also have them help out. Fighter and close air support here. Did we not have them assigned? I bet that's what the issue is. There we go. Psh, I thought I'd already done all that. Apparently I hadn't. Those must be new air wings, and I just never assigned them. So yeah, we'll put all those planes there and see if that will help us out here. We're not overstaffed here because it's a very large airbase. If we put more planes, then it's just going to further exhaust the supply. We also want to go ahead and have our naval bombers flying over here in the eastern Mediterranean, try bombing the enemy. Do some naval strikes here. And then with these guys, we're going to want them doing the air superiority. So we have control there. So we'll see how that bombing goes. And I wonder if we can send they do have ships here. So we're going to need to bomb some of those, at least a little bit. I'm wondering if they're in that port. Probably not. You'd assume they use a port over here. But they could be. Alright, so still waiting for all the troops to get over here. I'm going to try and... Nope, they will not give us control. That's such a bummer we can't get Kuwait. That's a real shame. That was what makes me not want to invade from Iraq, though, which is why we're going to wait to invade Saudi Arabia until after we have our own territory, so we don't have to worry about whether they're going to accept or not. So yeah, just waiting for all these troops to get over here, and then we'll just attack. In fact, we should probably put them all in one province, because this is attacking across a river. Although I guess that's better than... Yeah, we wouldn't have as many troops on the front. We got a lot of stuff done here all at once. So with this national focus completed, it did give us a ton of manpower. Alright, excellent. So that also got rid of that one penalty we were getting, although it wasn't a significant penalty at this point any longer. But still, good to get rid of. So yeah, I guess we'll go after this one next. And though we don't really need either of these right now. You know what? Let's actually wait. Let's just save up our political power. I did forget to change up the law. This whole time we were waiting to change this law up. We want to change over to war economy. That'll be helpful. And then let's go ahead. I'm so focused on trying to get the troops pushing forward here. So we're done here. So let's go and get something here first then. We got that mechanized. Again, not really going to build that just yet. Really just wanted that 100% modifier. Getting pretty close to 1944, so could work on 1944 stuff, I suppose. Just see if there's anything else we might want before we do work on that. I think so. Yeah, I think there's not really a whole lot left yet. We could start working on better submarines. But let's go and get the 1944 stuff first, and we could also do this here, the air doctrines. Let's start working on that, in fact. We're going to go and get this one. And then this one here would be on, we're going to start working on those 1944 planes. Because, yeah, I don't see anything else. Well, we could get the radar stations. Yeah, let's do the radar stations first, rather than go for a ahead of time tech. And then, yeah, we'll just leave the national focus open so that we can get political power, which we definitely need. Because we need to get 200 so we can core these two. Let's go and core these now. This one's worse, so let's go after this one first. Get that cored. That does take time, I think, to be completed. I don't think it's immediate. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. So yeah, once we get that cored, that'll be helpful. So yeah, we got the infrastructure up here. Let's finish building the stuff that we're already working on, and then after that, maybe we'll work on going up to level 6 infrastructure. Again, nothing's going to help because there's just too many troops here. We just got to push forward. There's no way around that. So I'll just wait for the rest of these guys to get over here. Also, while they're taking attrition, thus losing manpower and all that kind of stuff, and equipment, they're also getting their planning bonus up, since they would have lost it when they moved over here. We're probably going to lose some submarines over here, guys. I do expect we'll lose submarines. It is what it is. We currently have them. We don't have them engaged over here yet. Maybe we should. Just for the purpose of getting those fleets engaged. It would help. Because, the fleets engage the submarines, and then our bombers get to help bomb them. We sunk one of their convoys. So I think this is the extra data here, as you can now see who sunk the convoy. Okay. And we're engaging troop convoys too, so that's going to be another benefit. We can sink some of those British troops in the sea. Alright, so I think we're ready. Let's attempt this attack with everything we have. Let's see if this works, man. We actually have air support this time. Last time I didn't put the planes in the sky, which I don't know that we control the skies. Probably not. Yeah, we do not control the skies, despite having a lot more planes here. But yeah, I think that's going to help. Having all the troops here is really what did it. But even then, you can see we're struggling to win here. Attacking into planes. Just because of the attrition, the supply problems is causing us so many issues. We lost there? That doesn't make any sense. I think what happened was we didn't reinforce. I should have not attacked with everybody. I should have not attacked with troops that had too low organization. But it looks like we'll win now. We'll be able to take that territory and then really start pushing forward here. Again, try and cut off all these British troops here. Let's go and take a look what's happening over here. We're really going to lose some bombers here, but I'm hoping that we can bomb those troop convoys and maybe even bomb some of their surface ships. Because again, we can't do the invasion here. Yeah, there's no way that's going to work. Yeah, we just don't have naval supremacy. I thought that might be an issue, so it's not surprising. Does this guy get here before our troops? 11 hours. We might need to... Oh, no, we get there before him. I was going to say we might need to send an attack over that way to stop those guys. Oh, somebody got there. Alright, so yeah, having some difficulty there. Sunk another convoy. Excellent. And 3 more convoys. Alright, fantastic. And those are troop convoys, so that's manpower that they're currently losing. Very, very nice. So we should have this cord now, right? No, still... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. There we go. Core state. Alright, so that also removed that modifier there. So overall, this place is just more useful. And we no longer have to garrison it any longer either. Which has now got us down to 0 garrison. Of our own manpower, I mean. So that's helpful. Let's go ahead and just push forward immediately with all these troops into this territory. We're going to want to have the fast tank units going over here. Maybe also send one of those mountain units. And then like one of these infantry as well. While the rest of them will attack over here. Try and stop them. And then what we're going to do is have these guys... Oops, that's not how I wanted to do that. I don't know why they don't seem to consider that they're almost already to that province. It's kind of strange when they decide to go a different route. So yeah, getting these troop convoys sunk. So that's helpful. And the freight convoys, I suppose. Somebody did get there before, so it looks like we beat them and then they retreated over to there. That's awesome. And let's go and get these guys going over here. And let's have... Yeah, he's already going there, so we'll keep him going that way. Just kind of push forward again, try and cut off all the troops that are over here. And they actually defeat us there. Surprisingly, because we didn't reinforce fast enough. Yeah, reinforcement seems to be a little bit of an issue here. Yeah, and this is just our units are just so weak, man. It's like ridiculous how weak they are because of the supply issues. We sunk a light cruiser. Fantastic. I wasn't expecting to sink anything that large. I know that's not like a capital ship or anything, but I was thinking maybe some destroyers, but yeah, very, very surprised with that. The naval bombers are doing well. Let's see if we want to, or if we can, send any more out there, because I do want to, of course. We do want to put more out there. It doesn't look like we have the numbers. We could put more fighters out here to ensure that we have superiority, though. Yeah, I think that'd be wise. Though, for whatever reason, they're saying we're over capacity here. Was it bombed or something? Is the airbase destroyed there? I'm not entirely sure why we're over capacity when we used to be able to fit 200 there. It looks like it's been bombed. Okay, so the airbase has been bombed. It should be repaired soon. I won't put any more fighters there for now, though. Let's let it get repaired up and see what happens. Alright, so just holding out here and losing, because this is ridiculous. Yeah, this is what I was worried about, man, is that we can't even win against a few divisions because of how shitty the attrition problem is. But we're getting wins when we throw the entire army over here. It's pathetic, but we're getting some wins. We sunk a destroyer there. Had one of our planes shot down there. But yeah, our naval bombers can be incredibly powerful, guys. We might want to put fighters over here instead of what I was going to do and bring some more over there. You have seen that this is repaired. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring fighters over here, guys. I think that would be probably a better option. Let me just make sure we don't have any sitting out there in a area that I forgot about, which we do. We have one sitting here. I thought maybe there's a possibility, so we can just move this guy over to here. Although I might prefer having him over here, because I want to say, you know, all our fighters here aren't great when it comes to the experience. So let's do that instead. Let's move him over here. This is a more important area for us to be fighting in. And then what we'll do is we'll just take the new fighters. Or I guess these are probably mostly old fighters, actually. And then have them come over here. Kind of helps out there. They'll step their numbers up soon. And let's really focus on the more ground crews in both of these areas. I think that'd be wise. Alright, so we want to get up to 200 political power. That's going to be the next thing we do is core this territory here. Alright, I'm sure movement is also incredibly slow because of the supply. They're attacking across a river here, so at least we're causing extra damage to them as they do foolish attacks. You know, we really don't have anybody to attack here, so we're going to have to wait. We're going to wait till more troops get over here. And for whatever reason... Oh, okay, that's what it is. We need to fix this. Now, they could cut us off by taking that province, but I'm going to rely on these German divisions to defend that for us. So that we can focus on this here. On pushing forward here. Let's continue to pay close attention to how we're doing in the sea here, because that's key for us to do our own naval invasions. And just see if this has had any impact. No, it's actually worse than it was before. Well, you know, we're sinking ships. That's what's important. Alright, so these guys are never going to get their organization any higher, so let's just do the attack. We do have the ability to get another operative. Oh, because we're the... Yeah, that's right, because we're the spy leader. It's not just one. We get one for every 2 independent countries that are in the faction as well. We have an escape artist. I feel like we should probably get this German commando. I think he's the only commando we have. Yeah, so let's go and get the commando. Although I think one of our operatives is a commando. But yeah, we're going to bring him over here to continue to boost intel. Try and get our intel with the British as high as possible. Gives us some nice combat bonuses and such. And so these guys are going to attack over here as soon as they get there. We did just win in Jerusalem. Lost here. Gonna take some of these weaker units out. Just attack with what we got here. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to win there. Too many units. And we're just too weak. Alright, so we'll push forward into Jerusalem. They keep on moving units over here, so that's causing us some difficulty. Let's take a look and see what we did here. We did maybe bomb the carrier there. It's an old carrier. Got them down to 55% health. Yeah, I mean, we are being effective in bombing them. At the very least, they'll have to go back and repair. Let's go ahead and move these guys over to here. No matter what, we're going to have supply issues here. That logistic company is going to be super helpful. Let's go and keep on getting these. We do have those in that unit, right? The Janissaries? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah. Let's go and just deploy, do those. We'll leave this guy here for now, I suppose, just so we keep that line going. Don't put any more troops just yet. Yeah. Of course, nothing really to do with them at the moment, since we only have one front we're fighting on. Could send them over here, but I kind of want the British to push forward here, and I want the Germans over here. I'm hoping that they'll move their damn troops off of our front and over there. It doesn't look like they're doing that, but let's hope if they continue to have issues, they will. Let's go ahead and try and cut these guys off here. I think we have to wait until after this battle is done. Could move some planes to this closer airbase, and this might also be a new supply zone. It is a new supply zone. So that's going to help. I mean, we're using less supply here, so I think the attrition is going to be slightly lower. Yeah, you see it's slightly lower there. Well, let's keep our planes over here so we don't exhaust our supply, where our troops are. We'll keep them back here. I know they would get better efficiency if they're closer, but it's not worth it exhausting the supply here any further. Alright, so defending here, so can't really do anything just yet. Alright, let's go ahead and push forward here. These units are so goddamn weak, man. And then we'll attack here to try and lock those units down. Somebody got there, but hopefully won't we'll see any more troops going that way. And then we can cut these 3 troops from being able to retreat. But yeah, it's just all way harder than it has to be because of the supply issues. We did want to build the attrition, or excuse me, the infrastructure as we went, but this is already level 5. So as long as we're on level 5, and now that we have that to level 5, we can see if the supply is going different route. It's not. Interesting. Again, there's no real logic behind how the supply decides to go, I suppose. Because, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to go all the way through there. Of course, there's a bottleneck right over here. Why is it being affected by a bottleneck through Thrace? That doesn't make any sense. It's not going through Thrace. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, let's build the infrastructure up there. I don't know why this location here would affect it, but yeah, let's get this built up. We would also want to build up the capital as well. All the way up. Still need to work on these military factories. We need to pump out more equipment to make up for the losses we're taking in attrition. Alright, so this will allow us to get these guys cut off. King Edward was killed. The recent bombings of London have now resulted in the deaths of King Edward and his wife Wallis. Around 3 o'clock, a surprise bombing raid forced the couple to take cover in the palace's cellar. One bomb hit the building above and brought down the cellar ceiling upon the king and his entourage. While the nation mourns the loss of his monarch, the king's brother, Albert, now prepares to succeed him, taking the regnal name of George VI. Look at his modifiers. He's a popular figurehead, gets plus 15% stability because he has a stammer, he loses political power, and he's humble, which gives him some additional benefits there. Okay. So King Edward is dead. Alright, so let's go ahead and push forward here. What I really want to do is get to this area so we can cut all these guys off. There's no ports along here. So you take that territory and then all these guys are lacking supply. Let's go and bring another division over that way as well. And then we'll have these 2 units go over here. Still moving there. Let's have the rest of these troops here. With the exception of ones that are already moving. Go ahead and attack that unit there. There's 3 units there. Try and get them destroyed. I'll push forward here as well. Yeah, I'm really excited for the upcoming patch, man. I can't wait till they improve this supply system. It's exciting. It's probably one of the more exciting changes in a while. I think it's probably the best new addition or change since the Man the Guns, remake of the naval system. Now, given the espionage system was exciting as well, but not like this. Not like a new supply system is. Which in my opinion is way more exciting. Alright, so we finished up there. Let's go and keep on pushing forward here. And yeah, these guys are going to keep going up along the coast here. Until the Russians know. Command your own damn units. Don't make me do all the damn work. So we could attack there, but let's just go here. Let's make sure these units are assigned here, I suppose. Alright, so we've taken that location. Excellent. I don't know if we need to defend up along here. We still have... Most of these aren't defended, so let's just defend the provinces that aren't being defended by our allies. That's what we'll do. Let's bring these tanks on over to here. Alright, so we're finally making some damn progress here. So that's good. And the supply is actually worse now because we're in the desert, so... you're always going to have some problematic supply down here. So that's not surprising at all. And as more troops come into the region, the supply will get even worse. I was hoping to cut those guys off there. We might still be able to do it. But this is a key here is going to be attacking. We have to attack here if we ever want to expect to get this province without having to fight a bunch of units here. Actually, let's just attack right here. And then we'll have this tank unit come down here next. We'll go across, start getting control of the Suez Canal. And really just trying to lock units down here. Looks like he might get out of there. We'll try and attack him again at the last moment. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so that's kind of a bummer. So he was able to get over here. We beat him back, but now we gotta fight him over here. Alright, so still looking good here. Have we moved into new? Not quite, but just about. I want to move some planes over here now. So let's go ahead and get that done. We'll move our best fighter over to here, and then also give him a little bit of close air support as well. Just have this unit here do it. Alright, excellent. Also do the more ground crews there. And take a look, see what we sunk here. We got a convoy sunk. Okay, lovely. So again, can't really do this invasion until we get control of the sea, but what we could do is just set them up to go. So they'll go as soon as we have control of the sea. What we might also want to do is set these guys up, and this could make the difference. So is setting them up to do the naval invasion support. Yeah, that might allow us to get over there. So, you know, we don't want them to go yet then, until after they have their support. So that could make the difference. Also, we could increase our submarine task force numbers here. Get another one over here. And have them doing that convoy raid. Alright, excellent. So yeah, we'll wait to send them until after we get those ships over there to help them. Could give them some close air support too. Just have these bombers here. Just kind of switch over to helping them for a second. I'm going to try and get across the river, or across the canal, I should say. We'll see if we can. I'm going to push forward here. Also go ahead and get some units moving over this way. Try and stop that madness. And yeah, I have to go through here because of the water there. Enough units to hold this off. We don't need 8 over here. I think some of these guys... Well, these guys can come over here. Well, let's have all of these units hold this front here. 6 is more than enough. We do want to make sure they have planning bonuses, though, in all these areas. Remember, these troops here are cut off from supply. So they'll start taking some attrition, too. Make it easier to get across here. They have to defeat us across this river here, and that's not going to go well for them. So they're going to take attrition that entire time. So let's go and attack across here, and it looks like we should be successful now since they've exhausted themselves in that attack. Alright, let's go and start pushing along the coast here. Still waiting for the tanks to get across the canal. I'm going to send another unit. This is the best unit we've had, organization-wise, in a long time. Oh yes, that reminds me. You know, we got our general here that just got sick. It reminds me that our field marshal actually has the ability to get a trait here. We can organization first or charismatic. Let's get charismatic. Get that division recovery rate. Excellent. Okay, so far we're starting to finally see some success here, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so they're moving over there, and I think that would be better. Just have this guy attack over here as soon as he gets here. It's just about destroying that one division now. We're gonna get across the river here, but it does look like we're having some difficulty there, so let's just have some of these troops help out. I don't think any of these are needed here. In fact, we probably want to put more troops onto this front. Well, maybe not that many. Maybe leave 2 of these over here, have like half of the army on that front. See what we did here? We actually lost a submarine. I think that's the first submarine we lost. It didn't have air support, so that probably caused part of the issue there. We have 40 naval bombers. We do have some close air support. We could send them for naval bombing, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. I'd prefer to have some naval bombers helping us out. So let's send some close air support. Close air support 2, in fact, although we don't need... we just need to get rid of 2 of those. And yeah, just have some close air support help us out in the sea here on those bombings. And still waiting for the fleet to get over there. Not sure where they're at. I don't see them in this port yet. Just take a look, see where they went. Oh, so they're over here. They're just not in the port. Alright, that's interesting. You'd think they'd be over there. Where is the actual... Like, where are they? Oh, there they are. Looks like they got attacked on their way to the port. Okay, I see. Well, hopefully they get out of that. We can take a look here. See what's going on. That's not the battle. Yeah, they're clearly not involved in it just yet. Alright, so we got the tanks here. Let's go ahead and start pushing forward. We're going to grab Cairo, and then from here we're going to push forward this way. Alright, so we're attacking there. Let's go ahead and send this unit in now to assist them. And we did get across the river here. Excellent. We do have to defend, though, before we'll be able to push forward anymore. And let's just take a look, see what happened here. Looks like the Italians lost a destroyer, but we sunk a British destroyer. Okay, so little successes here. The tanks are really what's going to be paramount in getting, you know, all this pushed forward quickly. Yeah, the tanks are going to just, you know, move freely through here. This will be very good for us. We did get dockyards. Let's just go ahead and put it into the submarines. That's all we're really working on. Don't want to build that mechanized equipment as of now. I don't know. We'll build bigger tank units, guys. They're just not going to be all that useful in the areas we're fighting in. But yeah, we want to sweep across North Africa, while we also move down into East Africa, or, you know, further down East Africa. So we want to cut off any troops that are here. So let's go and start by going this way and then sweep across all the way here so that any troops that are over here will be cut off from supply. Should be having that wrapped up soon. Also, we can now push forward here, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to have one unit go this way. Actually, 2 units go that way. And one goes over here. Try and cut off those guys, if at all possible. And they are losing there, surprisingly. So let's go ahead and send just one division to make sure they don't lose there. I see more coming down, so they should be able to hold it, but just in case. We don't want any issues there. Let's have this guy... I think I want to attack right there. We gotta wait until this guy leaves, so we can try and cut him off. I don't know who's gonna get there first. It looks like it doesn't matter. So yeah, let's just go and attack El Alamein, which does have a fort. And then from there, go across, so we gotta wait till that battle's over before we're able to do that. We have taken that already. Excellent. We're pushing forward here. That's gonna cut off this division here. So I'm gonna get this territory wiped out. And then we're gonna take this guy. Actually, we're just gonna have him go up along the desert here while the tank goes along the coast. Alright, so let me see if I can't get here first. Probably not. But maybe, because they are cut off from supply. Yeah, it looks like we will get there first. Excellent. We also won there. So let's go and have this guy attack over here now. Yeah, looking good. Looking very good. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to continue pushing here. What we do need to do is actually get a front, though, just in case. I know this will mess up our orders here, but that's alright. Alright, so let's go and have them get those orders. Again, he's going to go all the way over to Tobruk. And we're having him go, again, up along the desert here. Probably going to want to send one more division over to that front. Maybe one of these two. Alright, so these guys are now cut off. Let's go ahead and start pushing forward again. We're going to go up along the Nile here. Alright, so he's going to try and get out. Looks like he might be able to, but if we can thicken this up before he does, I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. We got that guy going this way already. Let's go and have this guy come over here. And somebody needs to finish this up for us. They have an air base that they're making use of there. In fact, we might want to go ahead and move our own planes over to this air base here. The 2 that we have here. They're right in this location, so let's go and move them over there. And maybe move another fighter from over here as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and move one of these fighters. Alright, excellent. That's actually one of the larger ones. Okay, so that works. Could probably send the invasion now. But I'm not sure where those damn ships are. Because they're not important. Yeah, are they still in this battle? Yeah, it looks like they're still over here. They might be looking for them. Okay, so we should be able to push across there. It doesn't look like there are very many defenders. So hopefully they'll be able to get across there without any issues. If they take this, then we do have to worry about them taking these and reconnecting with supply here. So let's go this way and do a different... Oh, well, never mind, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and push forward then. Alright, so we should be getting that taken care of. This guy's going to come up along here. Alright, so we should be able to wipe that guy out. He's not going to get out now. Excellent. That's what I want to see. And we just had Christmas. Christmas in Egypt. And we do have more troops over here, but again, really nothing to do with them just yet. There's only one front right now, so... I mean, I guess this is multiple fronts, but y'all know what I mean. Alright, let's go and wipe these troops out here now. Might send one over here if this guy goes over there. Let's go ahead and make sure all the troops here are assigned to this front. think we need anybody here. Well, I was thinking there's a river there. There's not. We'll sign them over here, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and attack that unit. Help out, get those guys destroyed, and then we'll wipe out these ones here. And the tank here needs to be given orders. Let's go and have him push forward. He's going to go this way. And we'll take these guys, have them go over here. And I don't think we have a line here, so let's go and get that going. So what I really want to do is get this guy here cut off. So let's go to work on that. Just one province left to take here. And once he's done there, we'll have him go over this way. Alright, looking good so far. Liking how this has been developing. So now we just need to wipe out these troops here. And really doesn't matter how we go about doing it. Just hit January 1st. Let's go ahead and have all these troops here, and we're just gonna go ahead and stretch it out now. As long as we're not covering, you know, any province that we don't own. Then we'll try and get this done here. Let's go and attack over this way, see if that's a victory. It's not. How about over here? Nope. All right, we just gotta wait till we get more troops here then to get this done. Half of our army is assigned to that. So these guys here are now cut off. Excellent. Well, we destroyed them, it looks like. And so yeah, we're gonna have the tanks go all the way over here to Benghazi, and then from there, cut off any troops that happen to be over here. While he will go up along here for now, I suppose. I have another division that's moving over there. A couple divisions moving over there, apparently. Alright, so after he's done, we'll have him grab these provinces here, get behind that unit. Alright, so just wrapping up these little pockets here. And I don't think we need that many troops over there, so let's go ahead and take some of them and get them assigned to other areas, other fronts. And we'll have one come on over here. And this guy here can start moving down to this front. Not enough units down here on this front. Alright, excellent. So yeah, looking good so far. We do have a dockyard. I guess we'll just put it into the convoys for now, because we can use those when we're trying to annex some of these countries here. So yeah, we'll take the dockyard. I really like to get Iraq annexed, because they will not give me this state here in Kuwait, so that's irritating. So I think we're going to start working on annexing Kuwait. Though remember, we do need to get the infrastructure built as we go, which we're not doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and start getting some of these built up here. We'll throw that up at the top there. Really focus on it, and then yeah, we're gonna need to get supply going through here. I don't know that we'll need the supply there, but we're gonna do it anyway. And just really focus on all this area here. Alright, so that looks good. Just really focus on the infrastructure, make sure we don't have supply issues in Africa. That would be wise, I think. And we might be able to send this invasion off. Yeah, we do have these guys ready. So we're gonna want to go ahead and send the invasion now. And so they'll attack Cyprus. We'll get control of that next episode, because that is unfortunately had to be the end of this one. But we will go ahead and take a look at... we almost have the 200 political power, by the way, to be able to core that last territory. Not quite there yet. But yeah, we want to go ahead and take a look at the casualties. We have 9% of the war participation. We just joined the war. That's not bad at all. 11,000 total casualties, though. And that doesn't even tell us how much we lost to attrition, probably quite a bit more. And then over here, against the British, we have done 121,000. Yeah, that's a lot. They've already taken 1.8 million casualties. That's quite a bit. The Germans, though, have taken 922,000. That's no small number either. Austria-Hungary, 738,000. What about the Italians? Where are they at? 596,000. So the total casualties, our side has taken more. But you can see the field manpower. That's where they're going to be in trouble here. I mean, just looking at other countries, seeing if we fought anybody here. We did kill 19,000 of their troops. 10,000 of theirs. That number's going to get higher as we go into Africa more. So yeah, that's how we're doing. That's not bad, though. 121,000 casualties here for 11,000. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's over a 10.0 kill-death ratio. So yeah, very, very nice progress here so far, and we'll get even more of them destroyed once we wipe out these troops here. which they're getting weaker and weaker from this attrition that they're facing here. They can't get resupplied. So we're going to be working on trying to get Iraq annexed next, and we're going to want to maybe build the infrastructure up, get up to like level 6 here or something. Kind of build the infrastructure up a little bit. That'll help. Then we're also going to build like civilian factories, military factories, all that kind of good stuff. We can also give them some equipment, like give them some of those convoys. That would help. So yeah, all things that we're going to want to do. I'm trying to get Iraq, get their autonomy down so that we can annex them. They'll be the first ones we annex. We also want to annex Romania, so maybe we'll work on that as well. We could probably do them at the same time, because we should have political power free soon. Now that we'll have the Kurds finally dealt with, and then we can use our political power for taking decisions, which we have a lot available, as well as for getting them annexed once we have that autonomy low enough. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Made some good progress here. Egypt is essentially ours, so we have control of Egypt. Now we'll be moving into Libya and down into further down into East Africa here. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.